Good evening, folks, and welcome to beautiful Langley, Virginia and Langley High School. This is Matthew Thomas. We are excited for you for an absolutely fantastic night of soccer.
Sorry.
You heard the excitement there, folks. As we say here on DMV Sports Beauty, it's a beautiful day to play soccer. Today it actually is. So we have a great game featured for you tonight between the Berryville North Stars hosting Arlington. So North Stars have gotten off to a slower start this season, but gaining some momentum, playing better and better every half that they're playing. Arlington, a little bit more of an established program that's been in this league, has won this division in the last few years. Berryville, a newer team put together, but you see the growth literally in every 15-minute segment. So we're excited for a fantastic night. Perfect day to play. Right now we're at about 84, 85 degrees and sunny. The sun will start to die down. Players will feel a little bit better. Right now, hot and sweaty on the turf, but folks are ready to go.
That feels comfortable to you? The camera back and forth and everything?
Yeah, I tightened it a little bit. Folks, if you're just joining us, we are getting ready for our walkout. So we are right on time tonight. Let me see. You hear the pre-game music, crank it up. Players walking out.
Rise for playing the Star Spangled Banner. Pan across, zoom in and pan across each player. So make sure you are.
Folks, we are here just moments from kickoff. This is week 2 of the UPSL season. Both these teams took a loss in their first week. Berryville had a good game, but as they were a team brand new coming together, ran into a very tough DC Hyper squad that had been transferred from the first division up because they won it with only one loss on the season. Arlington took a tough 2-1 loss, giving up a PK against Virginia Revolution. So both teams are looking to get back on track. These are fairly short seasons, only 9 games. So getting a good start in the first 3 games of the season in order to get into playoff contention right away is really important. So both teams have this marked as almost a must-win on their calendars early in the season.
What's your keeper's name?
Jack Pinson.
Mert's last name is what?
Sayali.
Is that Mert that's in?
Sayali.
Okay. In goal for your North Stars is Jack Pinson. He played the second half last week in the game. And then starting for Arlington is Mert Sayili. Many of you know him from his days and his times with the Virginia Dream. Excellent goalkeeper, been around for a while in the area. Takes his craft very serious, has been working hard. Arlington is a team that has gone 4 deep at the keeper level, all quality. So they are prepared for a great night. All right, folks, we are off and running.
You hit the nail on the head, Matt. Beautiful day for some footy. Arlington SA visiting your home side, North Stars Berryville. Both sides hungry for a result. And maybe North Stars more so than Arlington, although Arlington will feel higher, loftier expectations since they've been in the UPSL, not just in the UPSL, but they've been a dominant force every season in the UPSL DMV South, narrowly missing out on a trip to the finals last season, but they were the champions 2 seasons ago. So coming out, losing their first match is far below their expectations. This is Michael.
We do
Lake.
expect this to be bunched at the top, so a couple points is going to make a difference.
Good win from Santos Pacheco. And the North Stars looking to break the press of Arlington. Sent out by Nasser. This one down the line. Nasser won't quite get there, and it will be a throw for Arlington. Just try to drag the ball.
You see the North Stars in their mid-level press usually pick up somewhere between 35 and 40 yards from goal. Not a high press, but by no means a low press at midfield. And the pressure pays off right away with a win. Playing it back through the middle. Last week, even in their loss, they experienced a good bit of room through the midfield, and it just came down to not quite able to connect with passes. Arlington wins this going back. Tries to play a little touch down the line. We're going back to Nick Pinson here.
Good ball from Pinson. Joe Sutton, a huge addition to the lineup this season. We didn't see him last week. He brings so much in terms of leadership. Yeah, you can ignore what I said about stepping on it. Just come around there. Yeah, because you need to keep the ball in. So you understand.
I don't think yet we have a choice.
Yeah, we don't worry about that. Good win from the North Stars. It's Pacheco serving it to Nasiri. Trying to get it centered. Yep, there you go. And Arlington able to win it back, but trickles innocuously over the touchline, back in the hands of North Stars now. Down the line. It's Chris Dunn forcing a corner and an early set piece for North Stars Berryville.
Little uncharacteristic defending there from Arlington. Normally a very solid defensive team. So we'll see if they can kind of get it together quick. That's Michael Lake, known as Luch on the outside with the great hair. Was not able to corral that. They do get it back here. He's playing it outside. And some room to run.
And Wulu will touch it back inside. That's Malik Tom. Pushed off the ball. Great tackle from Pacheco. And it will actually go against Arlington coming out. That's going to be one of the key pieces for Arlington SA. Malik Tom in transition. Watch for number 6. Played with Steel Pulse. Also, here, come around. Yeah. Don't be afraid to catch up with the ball, yeah. And it's all the way back to Saili.
Somebody was in my way.
What was that?
Somebody was in my way.
Just knock me out, seriously. I'll get out. Kim. Sending it across. No, it's not Kim.
So this is where the North Stars are going to look to improve on last week. They were fine leaving the possession through the back third, but then way too much space available in the middle, and then the balls were played repeatedly out to the flanks and then down. So Arlington gets a chance here. They've got a break. They're inside the box. Oh, fantastic tackle.
What a tackle from Ebenezer Shuego. Let's set this up. Here comes an opportunity for a service for Arlington. Well, we wondered how Shuego would slide into this back line. Usually we see him in the midfield, but did so well. This one is put right in front of goal. And there, it's well cleared by Shuego. Good challenge from Luch. Gonna take a touch off of Sutton on its way through. Pinson and Shuego sorting it out back there. Like I mentioned, Shuego not usually in the back line, not in the center back role, though won't be a wholly unique position or forward position. He usually does play in the holding midfield. That one deflected into touch. Will be a throw for Arlington.
Folks, we apologize. The tents down below are obstructing the view just a little bit. That's a sign of the hot, sunny afternoon that we're having here in the Washington, D.C. area. Trying to get players covered. Should be fine in about an hour, but for right now, a little warm, a little bright.
Sent into the corner for Tom. Well defended by the North Stars. And now it's the Siri doing what he does best, earning a little space. He's fouled from behind, and now it's a chance for North Stars to get bodies forward. Deflected out, and it will be another opportunity for North Stars to send it in. Castaneda drops it back. Checo keeps it going, and now Shuego. Good ball movement. What can Castaneda find? Dispossessed. Now down the line from Arlington. Back to Pinson. He will stare down the Arlington press and find his fullback. Oh, what a ball. There's Nasiri in the midfield. Got two players to beat. Does so initially.
Excellent possession on the ball there. It's very strong.
Nice work, but you can try to get this when it goes up there. Here, because then you're boom. If he puts a shot in or a tackle, you're middle. But it's just good. Here comes a corner kick for North Stars Berryville. 11 is. Let's see that. It's possible I missed.
No, I did those. Was it on there?
No. It's possible I missed on North Stars.
I can give this back.
Take a look. It's all good. Here comes the outswinger. Placed towards goal, but way too high, and it will be a goal kick for Saeli.
It's a good sign, though, for the North Stars. Much better possession. Last week they were okay in the back third, and then can find some space in the middle, but then we're forcing it from there, often playing long, often playing one player into 2 or 3 and losing possession. So we're seeing a little bit better possession tonight. Player was wide open there on the back post, had a chance to put that on frame. So they're getting some opportunities and putting things together already with 2 corner kicks early in this game.
Verona sends it outside to Nathaniel and Dalk. Good battle in the far touchline. It's kept alive by Arlington. Ngulu will leave it off. And now it's back to Lake. Lake puts it down the line. Lovely bit of skill from Berryville North Stars. And now the press. Calmly broken by Vasquez. He'll have an intimate knowledge of this Arlington side. Vasquez, a former Arlington player himself. And he will play it on the ground.
Those from outside the area may not realize how close these teams are. The entire division is based in Northern Virginia except for DC Hyper in the city. So many of these teams know each other, many of these players have played together, and players do go back and forth between teams very often.
Very often. This one's set long. And it will stay in touch. All the way around for North Stars, for Arlington rather.
And that's the ball that North Star struggled with last week, that open ball out on the flank after a quick switch.
And it will be a set piece in a dangerous area for Arlington. Likewise, we did see North Star struggle to defend a set piece in a very similar position. It was the other side of the pitch, but we'll see how their set piece defending is this time around. I believe this will likely be a service inside the 18. Look for Arlington players to get to that penalty mark.
Pinson's taking a near post angle here, a little unusual, no damage done. Keepers will typically want to start a little further back in the goal, 2/3 of the way back, closer to far post, coming in on it. He was protected his near post from a shot, which might have been something that they've seen on film and have heard from other teams.
Just want to take a moment to welcome those of you in the chat, making yourself known. Welcome Osama Nasir. He says, "Let's go North Stars." Liam Clearly also says, "Come on North Stars Berryville." And then Ayman Aziz says, "Let's go Arlington." So fans from both sides making themselves known. That goal kick overcooked a little bit, sorry. All sent back. Don't worry about the roster. We'll go with what we got.
I'm doing the referees.
Oh. Hey, let me take over. And you can, that way you can focus on it. Here's a pen. Oh, yeah, wait.
Folks, our officiating crew for tonight in the center is Paulo C. Pablo S. is AR1, which is the official on the team side. AR2 on the far side is Adam S. And then Bardia T will be our 4th official. They're in between the teams, trying to keep peace and keep everything organized. This is an experienced, strong crew. We're in for a great match, hopefully well officiated.
Shuego elects not to go find his goalkeeper. Is fouled in the process. Good decision from Shuego. And a chance to get bodies forward, although Shuego will go back to Pinson. Taken out of the air. There's Nasiri dispossessed. And all the way back to Saeli. I do question the goalkeeper's choice of jersey color on this beautiful day, but
ultimately the referee's decision.
Yeah,
he
fair.
decided to let it go, but from up here it looks awful close.
That's Mert just messing with us, broadcast team. Good friendship with Mr. Mert and a lot of respect for him and his craft. I'm gonna have to give him some grief about this.
Not to mention wearing player shorts, so he really looks like one of the guys out there.
Yeah, he wants to be a field player. This one sent in the direction of Malik Tom. North Stars physically intercepting it. Oh, sent across. Pinson does come, but a little miscommunication. It will lead to a corner kick for Arlington.
And that's the question that the North Stars will continually be asked until they can get it answered, is can they defend in that outer flank? And then once the ball gets played out there, are they able to maintain and hold the runners from getting open, running inside? Some issues from last week that probably got passed on to the Arlington coaching staff for this week.
It's the in-swinger, well defended. Luch taking on the shot. It's overcooked, but definitely connected with that one. Could have given Pinson some trouble had he kept it down.
I think they're going to send it in for a tryout with the Commanders. That was from about 45 yards out and landed about 20 yards behind the goal, directly through the post.
Yep. Or you could play rugby too, or Gaelic football, I think.
He's got some options.
Yeah,
If it was Australian, we would have a fifth option.
absolutely. This one sent long by Vasquez. Not what he intended that time, but did get him out of trouble for the moment. Well, it feels like so much longer. They're only in the 17th minute now. I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's been a long day for me, but it does feel like we've played longer than the 17 minutes.
But we are nearly 20 minutes in, neither keeper registering a save yet. So it's a sign of a fairly even game played between the boxes.
So down the line, Ebenezer Shoego will make the challenge. And there is a set piece in the corner going against Shoego. We'll take another look at this.
Folks, here's our replay. I think you see just a little hold and then a little contact after. That's one that certainly could have been let go. Referee chose to get on that early. Sometimes a referee will call something a little early in the game, may not call later, just to establish where his limit is.
Yeah, I think Shoego was hoping for and expected to get the initial call for the jersey pull. It didn't. There was a little bit of a wild challenge, and the referee was within his rights to make the call on the second one. Sent to the back post and no one there. Arlington not really connecting on their set pieces early, but are getting into dangerous areas.
They had a player running the far post completely unmarked. Ball just went sailing over him. Would have been trouble if it got down, but there were some other players there. So had it gotten down earlier, it might have been deflected. But something that both teams will be looking for on the next set piece.
There'll be goal kick for Pinson. Doesn't look like he's going to invite any pressure and just going to send everyone forward. Good ball from Pinson into the midfield. Well flicked on. Here's Dunn. Sutton dropping it back. Here's Dunn now. Looking, finding the pass, but could not connect, Nasser.
Unfortunately, just a little bit of a rough touch on the pass, kind of bouncing in for Nasser.
Here's Dunn, second bite at the apple. He is offside. Just be sure to talk towards this thing. Well, encouraging from North Stars to find themselves in a dangerous situation getting forward, and now will be a set piece coming out. Whereas for Arlington, we'll watch out for Malik Tom. I think Dunn could be the key for the North Stars Berryville up top. Both in holding up the ball, but also creating chances. Castaneda, yep. Yeah, he's right here. Right here on the near side. There's Barona touching it alongside his colleague, and now Arlington will look to play forward. North Stars looking for the foul, not going to get it. Luch will send one forward, and we're going to check on the player who's still down behind the ball. Hope the best for the North Stars, man. I believe that's Isaac Owosu.
North Stars have Diego Castaneda in the back. Last week they moved him up after the half and was without a doubt their most dangerous player, most penetrating player. They didn't quite have the team chemistry for guys to connect with on the passes, but he sent some beautiful, lovely touch balls forward last week. So he's looking to get forward from his outside defensive position. We'll see if they make any tactical changes with him as this goes forward, especially if they go into the second half, either even or up or down a goal.
There he is, Castaneda winning it back, sending it through, and there was some activity off the ball. Looks like North Stars will get a call. And we'll take a look. I missed what happened there. Here is that replay. Yeah, it's a foul off the ball when the Arlington player just trying to get back. I don't know that he saw there was a North Stars Berryville player there, but just barreled right through him. And a set piece just inside of Arlington territory. It's Ebenezer Shoego to take. Well sent away by Arlington. Second bite at the apple though for North Stars Berryville. Pacheco, and just a little bit outside of the range of Castaneda. And Delk will send it in, and now it's back. North Stars Berryville a little anxious, trying to force the ball in. Their back line imploring them to slow it down, take it easy.
Again, improvement we've seen from last week, and we had mentioned last week that we really think every half throughout the season they're just going to get more and more team chemistry. Before last week's game, you could see players introducing themselves to one another. They hadn't had many sessions together, and that showed on the field, but by the second half even more team chemistry was apparent and looking better tonight already.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're just fine with the 0-0 scoreline against a proven side in Arlington here in the 24th minute. It's sent forward for Dunn. Good defensive intervention from Michael Lake, and now will be the recipient of a set piece. Good battle in there. That's one to watch, Dunn and Lake.
Luch Lake, of course, is a professional indoor player with the Baltimore Blast and their AAA affiliate, the Arsenal. So just a phenomenally skilled player all the way around, both indoor and outdoor.
Sent back by Ndowk. This one dumped into the corner. Excellent defending there from Shoego, who also, I think, feels he wants the foul. Personal. It will be something to address. If it's me, though, I'd rather take the goal kick than the set piece all the way in the corner. And it looks like that's the decision our center official will go with.
So the AR had signaled a foul, but that is not the call. That is a recommendation to the center referee, who chose to give a warning, which appears to be good game management. He got it under control early. It was definitely a little extra after the ball had gone out of bounds.
Sutton dispossessed. Get some help now from Owusu, but looks like the ball had already gone.
Now we have a handball there. It bounced up, hit him in the arm, and then he was able to use that to maintain possession going forward.
Good eye, Matt. You should be a referee.
I hear they're all blind, so we're okay.
Well, it's a beautiful day up here in the shade at Langley High School Stadium. It's still a bit sunny out there on the pitch, but the sun's going down. I think it's going to turn into a real pleasant evening for footy. What a ball! Sent into the corner, now across. That square ball was well overcooked. Promising though from Arlington. Found a great ball in behind the North Stars Berryville back line. That was Natnael and Dalk.
And that's one he would definitely like back. He probably could have gotten to it a little sooner. He let it kind of bounce out, whereas if he gets a touch sooner, he's able to take it on a better angle, go in the goal, and then either get a shot or a nice touch across. Instead, waited for it and then banged it. Some instruction came from Coach Phil there immediately, so I think that's something we'll see a little better if it happens again. But when you have defenders making runs down the wing, you don't expect the most beautiful of touches sometimes.
Oh, good touch forward. Berryville, they've broken the initial press. There's Owusu carving and sending it back to Nasiri. Oh, Nasiri able to find Nasser. Oh, just missing out on Castaneda. Nasiri overrunning that one.
Maybe trying to do just a little too much. Made a great run to win that.
Here comes Malik Tom cutting across the open field. We'll send it out wide. This is a great chance for Arlington. Sent across and just wide of goal. Let's take a look at this replay. Arlington are insisting that there was a save in there from Pinson. We'll take a look and see if that was the case.
Touch on the apparent. No, I think if you look at the ball there, it doesn't change direction. It doesn't change spin. It didn't appear to be a touch from up here, at least.
If it was, it was one of those that only the goalkeeper will ever know, because we know how that feels. And
if it touched anything, it was only his fingertips.
We're already getting escalating tempers. Part of the game we don't like to see. Nasiri involved from North Stars Berryville, number 5, Nick Barona. Oh, not exactly sure what the moment that incensed all of this is. It was off camera, but we're gonna take a quick moment. We're gonna have our water break now. We'll take a break, and as the center official and his team sort this out, don't go anywhere. We've got what promises to be a thrilling match. Just a 1-minute break here.
I think they're hoping for some cold water to cool some temperatures and to cool some tempers here.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with you.
Did see it.
The fourth official did see it. It's an early red card going against North Star Berryville. That's Nasiri, the recipient of the call. And that is a tough pill to swallow for North Star's side that started the game so well. We'll have to play out the rest of this 60 minutes down a man. I don't think we'll see the video. Well, if you did see it, let us know in the chat if you know what caused all of this. I didn't see it.
The accusations from Arlington were that Yusuf Nasiri had made some contact, and then the fourth official did verify that there was something that had been done, which is exactly why these matches have a fourth official, somebody on the side just to keep an eye. Oftentimes the center ref will ask the ARs in the center, and the fourth official to watch off the ball behind the play once the ball leaves. The center official's job is to follow the ball and often catching things that happen.
Yeah, it must have been very one-sided because we didn't see number 5 for Arlington get any sort of card or even a caution. So,
and frankly, Berryville's not even asking for one. So they're defending their guy.
Yeah, I hope that the fourth actually saw it and wasn't just succumbing to the pressure. I didn't see him raise anything. Maybe he did see it and was just waiting for the right moment to make it known.
Well, I understand that we have referees on comms, on radios, so they're able to signal to one another.
Well, maybe we did get it on footage. Anyways, we'll start with a goal kick. Back to the beautiful game here. 32nd minute. Pinson will send this one long.
So the big part of it all now is that Berryville is down a man, and one of their top players at that.
Well, a caution going against North Stars Berryville. I think that's Santos Pacheco going in the books. We do have this one on replay.
Now, what's interesting here is that the ref decided to make the call right away, and that probably is a result of the fact that the game's getting hot and heated.
Yep.
And he's trying to keep it calmed down. It did send an Arlington player through to goal completely uncontested. So had they allowed the advantage, Arlington would have had a one-on-one from about 25 yards out. But refs know and they're trained that once the temperature of the game rises from a player standpoint, to go ahead and get it calmed down and call it a little bit tighter, and I think that's what we saw there. And then that was a very quick yellow card, no delay from the center referee for that one.
This one sent outside. North Stars Berryville, the whole game plan I think changes now. They may want to just sit tight and wait for an opportunity or two. This one sent wide. Pinson does hold on.
Had gotten a couple touches, at least one if not two on the way through. Pinson did an excellent job to secure that neatly without giving any type of rebound or any type of tip. Which one I think would have gone for a corner or into the goal if he didn't grab it. So smart and excellent play on his part.
This is a long shot taken. Mert did not look troubled at all. It wasn't a terrible effort.
Just caught a little bit on the short hop on the way up, and that just sends it up and soaring. We see coaches still kind of arguing with one another. Those of you that love a little excitement and some drama and momentum building, I think we're seeing that already.
Be a throw for North Stars Berryville on the far touchline. Isaac Owusu looking to send it in.
The series of player Noah that Berryville is really excited to have. A fantastic American college player once he came over. Has done well in the area. Excited to have him. Wasn't able to play last week. Now he's out for next week. So all of a sudden the first 3 games of the season are gonna only have about 25 minutes worth of play for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I know the player well. He's a phenomenal player. I will say that's probably the biggest critique you could levy against Yusuf Nasiri is he picks up a lot of cards across competitions, and that's another one that will really frustrate the coaching staff of North Stars Berryville. Oh, Shawego, dispossessed playing out. Shouts for a handball, and it is going to be called. Looks like a handball leading to a penalty kick decision. It's going from bad to worse here for North Stars Berryville. Pinson pleads the case, as does Shawego, but it's not going to change anything. We'll take a look at this replay.
And both the AR and the center ref had made the call almost simultaneously.
Yep.
Catches the backhand, you see the player drop his arm. You can't see the AR on our side, but he got his flag up right away, waving it, which signals a foul. And then the center referee had also signaled and made the call.
That's a tough pill to swallow. It was very little distance from, but he did have his hand extended in an unnatural position.
Yeah, the terminology if you're making the body bigger, but they do take into account whether the player had time to get his hand out of the way.
Do you think he did there?
I think that's a tough one. I think it was kicked into him versus him going into it.
Well converted by Arlington. Can you help me find out who number 16 is from the rosters? Because I don't have Arlington. Never mind, that's Alexander Abril converting. Good goal for Arlington. It's 1-0 for the away side. We'll take a look at the replay of this kick.
You really can't take a penalty much better than that, though.
Yeah.
That's one that would score at the international level. Banged hard. Lean left, banged it hard, upper right, upper 90. Penalty kicks really changed over the years. For years and years, we're much more of a place bend, and players realize that if they put a little power and get away without it being placed as perfect.
It's going to be a card going against, I believe that's Nasser for North Stars Berryville, picking up a slew of yellow cards. I have to be really careful here. Would hate to see them go down to 9 players on this sunny day.
Yeah, that's what refs would deem a tactical foul, meaning fouled the player on purpose in order to not let him get through. And they're instructed that just about every time you see that's to be a card.
Here's Malik Tom sending it back. Nwusu. Now the shot taking, what a hold from Pinson. That's excellent goalkeeping with a busy box of players in front of him. Held it without much of a line of sight.
Really believed that as soon as that ball was struck that was going to be in. So excellent job. Pinson keeping his team in it. Fantastic 80-yard punt here.
And does cause some issues in the back line. Lake forced to just send it into touch. And a safety first kind of clearance. Take a quick peek at that save from Pinson.
Lake steps in hard, isn't able to corral it, so it goes out for North Stars throwing.
Absolutely, this will be Owusu.
No, this is one of those situations. Coaches never ask to be down a man down the goal. but it's a great early season test of your team and your team's fortitude. And we'll see how the North Stars react here.
Pacheco can't quite get there. There's Vasquez. Needs to be careful. They're very extended right now. There's Castaneda taking on his man, taking the shot on, and Saili will fall on that without too much trouble. Mert's ball in the direction of Abril. Pinson fancying himself a field player. We'll send it forward.
That was an excellent ball from Pinson. About 50 yards in the air, right to his player's chest in the attacking half.
Oh man, they were one pass away from breaking down that Arlington side and finding at least a shot. Last pass didn't come off.
And they've been that one pass away about 4 or 5 times tonight, which really is a good sign. Last week against the Hyper, it wasn't until later in the game that they had those kinds of opportunities when it was a little bit in hand. So you're seeing a North Stars team that's starting to show some chemistry and gelling together. But coaches will tell you that pass into the final third is always going to be the toughest.
Jairo Zerda just having a discussion with the center official. This one lofted to the top of the box. No one is able to clear it. There's Nasser with 2 to beat. Oh my goodness, what a move. Nasser sending it to the top of the box. Shot is taken, but well over. That deserved such a better finishing touch for the creation that Nasser had. Nutmegged the player and took on 2. Let's take a look at this.
Fantastic back turning spin.
But, oh man, he got him so good. Yeah, it's too late now. But here, one more time. Take a look. Oh. Never mind.
We can't, folks. We'll show you that replay again a little later.
I just realized I was recording new replays, all hitting the wrong button. That's a good win from Chuego. Pacheco will send it back. There's a player down. It's interesting, as a referee, explain this one, because Chuego was the one who had the ball, he made the kick, and I guess it's the follow through.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, players love to use the phrase, I got the ball first. In this case, had the ball. The ref's gonna contend, as the players are, that after he gets rid of the ball, it's his hand that strikes the player. And any type of strike, if it's deemed a strike versus just incidental contact, will be called. So simply because the ball was released does not mean that he has a free get out of jail card on a foul.
Fair enough. And the second time looking at it, I see exactly what you mean. He played the ball, but he kind of pushed the player down with his hands. That's in no way part of the playing the ball motion. So totally agree with you. As an offside decision, nullifying this possession from Arlington.
And again, that was a nice pickup by our center referee, Paulo. Typically, again, that is called by the AR. They are on the radio devices, refs referred to as comms. So he's got both referees in his ear that can help him at any time. But I think that one, he responded quickly.
Sutton taking on the shot, will win the throw, well defended by Nick Barona. Appears a little shaken up by that one.
Folks, we're gonna just zoom back here a little bit and show you North Stars have really pressed forward. They have every player except for one defender and goalie within 30 yards of the goal. So this is just a sign that they're really going for it. They're not hanging back. They're not going to just try to park the bus, as they say. You like the effort. You like the mentality to go for it.
Comes Ali working alongside Castaneda. And in the end, it will just trickle over the end line for a goal kick. North Stars by no means is this fight done. You really see there's a belief within at least a good contingent of the players that they can come back and score a goal. We'll get a minimum of 4 minutes added here at the end of this first half. Sent down the line. What will Arlington find? There's a man at the top of the box. That chance has gone. The shot taken and well over. I don't think that was the easiest opportunity. I think there was another connection to be had earlier, but waited too long. Didn't release the ball.
Saw some exit runs by Arlington, some switching runs. Our outside right flank player made a run diagonal. Player from the middle looped around behind. That player making the run to the near post was open, but only for a minute. Really was excellent marking by North Stars, even with 2-3 players. Kind of looked like the Cowboys offense with motion and players running every which way. And North Stars were not fooled on that.
North Stars, Berryville. Dispossessed. That's a foul called against Arlington just inside of their own territory. We'll take a look at the replay. If anything, this would have been for the follow-through.
Yeah, so again, that's a case where the player got the ball, but then got the man. And players will argue, I got the ball first. U.S. Soccer has actually come out with a directive this year, really clarifying that ball first is not make everything after it inexcusable, or excusable rather. So, excellent call by our official. Arlington player did get a touch on the ball, even got it directed to his own player, but then took down a North Stars player from behind.
Here's Ryan Machado sending it back, not the move, and Murtzaili will come and collect. Pinson imploring his players to come back here in stoppage time. They don't need any more mishaps. Although North Stars Berryville, I think their back line has done a good job this half, all things considered, weathering this very potent Arlington offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and not to mention down a man, and Pinson's really only had to make 2 saves. One we would call a plus save, a little bit better than average.
Good physical defending there. Really physical from both sides, and I think that's why we're not seeing a foul call. Both sides just barging that shoulder into one another. And in the end, both players go down.
Right there, that's what's different between this level and the youth game. That kind of contact, as long as it's on the ball, shoulder to shoulder is allowed, and the ref permitted it, which was definitely the right thing to do there. So well played and well called, and we play on.
Absolutely. You were talking about the saves that Pinson's had to make, but I think maybe more impactful has been how he's helped the team break the press and play out from the back with his feet. We've seen a few long balls that he's connected that have really gotten the team forward. We'll see if he's able to continue that in the second half. Barona will send it in. And
yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. Also, what he's doing, and probably not hearing it on camera, he is really keeping his team calmed down. He's got them refocused. Both keepers have done a great job at kind of calming the nerves and the stress of their players. And that's a leadership role keepers can take and should take, and both have done an excellent job in a game that got real heated there for a moment.
Yeah, I have a feeling one of the 2 keepers is going to be really tested in the second half. You'd think it would be Jack Pinson, but I think Mert will have to make at least one really strong save. Whether it's an intervention on coming out on a cross or, a straightforward save, we'll see.
Again, the North Stars, playing with only 10 men, have 8 of them within 30 yards of the goal. which is keeping the play down this end a little bit more.
Luch will send it up and out, and that will take us to the end of the half. Arlington SA leading by a score of 1-0 off the back of an Alexander Abril penalty kick. North Stars down to 10 men after a Yusuf Nasiri red card in about halfway through the half. We'll see how North Stars are able to carry. And what are your predictions for the second half, Matt?
Yeah, I keep telling folks I'm about over 3 in halftime predictions here, but you know, we have a more even game than I think what was predicted to start with. So I think that that's going to continue. You have to believe that Arlington's going to get some opportunities, but I think they're going to get some opportunities in the counterattack because I think the North Stars are going to put some pressure. So I think a lot of it's going to come down to the next goal. If Arlington can get a goal and make it 2-0 up a man, it's going to make the task really difficult. But boy, if the North Stars come through, pump in a goal, then all of a sudden I think our intensity cranks up and I think we'd be in for a fight all the way to the end.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. Don't forget, if you're a local business and you're looking to get involved with local footy, either at the league or organizational level, DMV Sports Media is looking for sponsors. We're happy to have you sponsor our broadcasts or connect you with a team or league that's looking for community engagement. If you have a soccer store, a bar, restaurant, or any local business that wants to engage, feel free to reach out to us and contact the number and the email on your screen. We'd love to hear from you.
Chance for you to impact your community and get word out at the same time.
Absolutely. Well, we will take a halftime break. We will see you back in just a few minutes. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video and leave your comments and predictions for the second half. Let us know where you're watching from.
All right, folks, this is Matthew Thomas back with you. We've got a fantastic game this afternoon. A little bit of an unexpected scoreline with Arlington up 1-0, plus they're up a man. But the North Stars are hanging in there. They've had some opportunities, hit a couple balls over the bar that they would probably like to have back. So I think we're looking for a really contested second half. Again, we always say that the next goal is going to determine so much. Arlington goes up 2-0. I think it's going to be a tough road back for a team that's down a man. But boy, if it's 1-1, I think this is a game that will go to the end. So North Stars team that's really playing, getting to know one another, had a tough game last week, but midweek tied 0-0 against Estudiantes, or 2-2, and really looked pretty good. So we're in for a great second half, folks. So thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned.
Thank you, guys. Yes, there's always drama between these two teams when they meet. Last time, North Stars were winning the game by 2-1 up until the 90th minute when Michael Kim won it in the 94th minute to deny North Stars in the place for the playoffs in the Virginia Super Soccer League. Of course, this match doesn't come around without a bit of drama. We've seen the series been red carded already for an offense he committed in the first half. The last time out, it was another player for North Stars that got a red card. They had to play the whole of the second half with a man down and a numerical disadvantage. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, I'm taking over for Noah, and I'll be partnering with Matt, just as we've done in the last two games. Matt, any way for North Stars to come back into this game?
First of all, Alfred, welcome to the broadcast tonight, and the accent is much better than Noah's Northern Virginia accent, so we appreciate it. The viewers are happy to hear it. And that is a real accent, folks. If you could see him on camera, you know this isn't a guy from Kentucky faking it. So, Alfred, it's good to have you. I think we are looking for some excitement. We've been noting that Berryville has been pushing on corner kicks, 8 of the 10 players inside 30 yards to goal. So they are putting numbers forward. And when that happens, either you create opportunities or you open up your defense for quick counterattacks, which we've seen, which did lead to the penalty kick goal for Arlington. So that's going to be the game we're looking at, folks. Can the pressure of Berryville or the counterattack of Arlington really pay off?
Yeah, but they're sending a bit more bodies forward than I think they should, because this game is still very much in play as long as the deficit remains 1-0. Don't you think maybe perhaps they have to be careful with how they try to go forward and all that?
Yeah, it's definitely knowing when to go forward. I do like that they're going forward on set pieces, so the time is back, but it's really going to rely on the midfielders to get back. And last week in transition, they were not able to defend quite as well with the midfielders getting back, which created some great opportunities for the Hyper. So I think that's what we're looking for.
All the time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the way back for the second half. At the moment, the advantage is for Arlington. Mert has had to take a hat to adjust to the sun. It's always difficult playing in this time. Arlington coming from a 2-1 defeat against Virginia Revolution in the UPSL opener. Arlington, of course, did manage to go all the way to the semi-finals of the DMV South last season. Oh, that's not the best ball from the centre-back, but he's won it for good measure. This is player number 2, Diego Costaneda. Ball now within the realms of Arlington. The centre-back pairing has seen a lot of the ball in the first half for Arlington. This is Michael Lake.
Yeah.
Plays the ball on the far side.
Again, most of you know Michael Lake as Luch. Excellent player.
This is Nathaniel Endale. Nathaniel still has the ball here. Now Abril plays it back to Michael Lake. A very animated start to the second half for Arlington. Abril gets the ball again. He's looking for the gaps that will be opening up in the middle. Michael Lake fires the ball into the box, but Ebenezer was having none of it. Was a loose clearance though, and Karim Gabi was on it to snap. Unfortunately, didn't get his angle right. Of course, you do expect Arlington coming into the second half to see plenty of the ball, don't you, Matt? To perhaps dictate the dynamics of how things are going to go in the second half.
Boy, you know, you certainly expect that, but what we've seen more has been much more possession by Berryville, and then Arlington has been the counterattack, the counterpuncher, if you will. They've really been very content to kind of hang back, win it, and then when they go, they typically have gone with numbers.
Oh, that's a lovely ball played. Michael Lake, very lucky not to be in the books here. The referee will give him another chance. North Stars screaming there for a yellow card, having seen the series off already. And not very, very happy. But of course he has to be careful of how he talks to the referee.
That goes a big way. Referees will sometimes tell you there's an orange card. That means they're planning on giving a yellow or a red, and how that player handles the situation and talks to the ref will determine what that ends up. So I absolutely agree with you. Communication to the referee is so important.
Very important indeed. North Stars sending almost everyone to the Arlington territory here. Joe Sutton has been in the box for a couple of minutes, for a couple of times for some of the chances. And in number 8, that is Carlos Vasquez, told to take the ball back in its natural position. Carlos Vasquez will whip this directly into the box. Controlled by Karim Gabi. Taken on by Nathaniel. There's a couple of runners here for Arlington, a couple of players in the box as well.
This is that counterattack that we've been talking about and looking for. Thwarted well.
Carlos Vasquez with a good win. Now Ebenezer Shuego has lost the ball again. Diego coming in big for North Stars.
Again,
Joe Sutton is in the middle. He was waiting for the pass to be made. Look at the amount of space here on this far side for Joe Sutton as he makes his run, but Michael Lake just in the way.
yeah, well deflected, not deemed an intentional pass, therefore the keeper can pick it up.
Abril. Oh, almost threading the pass through there for the forward. North Stars once again with a great interception. They're down by a man here, but they're putting everything they've got on this one. This is Pacheco. Was involved for North Stars against Estudiantes midweek, again in a game that ended up 2-2. There was a lot of drama in the final minutes with Samson Emmanuel scoring in the 93rd minute to make it 2-1. And then an equalizer from North Stars as well to make it 2-2. North Stars coming from a 7-0 defeat, really, in the UPSL, looking to bounce back. As you said, it's given away here to Joe Sutton. Joe Sutton trying to hook. The play goes down. Nathaniel. Here is Jairo Zerda. He's up against Jack Penson here. Jairo Zerda's ball in. Oh dear. Pacheco has to clear the ball away now. Carlos Vasquez. Chris Dunn. Joe Sutton might be injured here. He's still struggling and limping. North Stars very lucky not to be 2-0 down, Matt.
Boy, that was a fantastic rebound save by Pinson. North Star coaches and teams and backup goalie Noah Walker were kind of yelling at their defense. They were convinced it was offside. They put their hands up and basically stopped playing, and Pinson came through big for them. That absolutely looked like it had goal written all over it.
Yeah, for a moment there I thought Hyro himself was going to go for goal, but decided to just play the ball across the face of goal. And once again, Pinson coming in vital for North Stars, as he's done. This is Joe Sutton. He's got Chris Dunn in the middle. Joe Sutton has had his pocket picked by Hyro Zerda, and it is a foul going in the other way. Joe Sutton indicating there that it was a dive by Hyro Zerda. Merge Sayili made a move from Virginia Dream to Arlington. Arlington have been beneficiaries from Virginia Dream's players. Eric Jennings in the team, and then now Mert as well. Good move here, apparently on a loan. This is Michael Lake. Sorry, number 26 was looking to get the return pass. That is Ryan Mercado. Owusu. Still feel that Joe Sutton is still struggling. And man in number 12, that is Walter Lazo, has been summoned. This is Ryan Mercado. Played all the way back to Lake.
Yeah, Luch Lake there in the back. It's amazing the number of touches that he gets in the course of a game as an outside left back. They really make a point to go through him and use him as a key distributor. And early, before you were able to join us, we saw his power hit a shot from about 35 yards out that landed about 20 yards behind the goal, but still on a line. So when he gets this ball 30, 40 yards from goal, anywhere in play is dangerous for him to find a player making a run to goal.
Well, Joe Sutton looks like will not be able to continue. Has been taken off. Player number 12, that is Walter Lazo, has been introduced. Very unfamiliar name on the North Stars sheet. That's Abro, Alexander Abro, looking to play the pass in the box. Once again, Pacheco gets in the way. It's a good turn that by Abro. Unable to get his pass through though.
Excellent team defending there by the North Stars, not leaving it to one man to get it done.
Yeah, but Nasser has given the ball away. Pacheco penalized for a foul, and it is a free kick just within range for Arlington.
We want to thank you for joining us tonight, folks. So we're about 15 minutes into the second half. And again, if you're looking at the score line, it's accurate. Arlington only up 1-0, and that on a penalty kick that they were able to convert.
It was a moment of rock, paper, and scissors decision there of who to take the free kick. Ball taken, and he kept on rising, and it really wasn't meant to be for Macaulay Mulu. Look at Mert, he's all the way almost in the line. Hyro Zerda will make way for player number 23. That is Daniel Hampton,
we believe.
Daniel Hampton. And then player number 15, that is Jonah Romero, will make way in for Jonah, who
22.
Over Nathaniel Endale, who has been very bright this afternoon. But North Stars, though, still find themselves in the game. Just a goal here will see them get back in it. Nasir with the header.
Luch with the big step, but with was able to keep that in. Look at that. That ball bent and curved. Pinson coming up big again. Watch this ball played across. Player makes a run, tries to use his back leg to flick it on, and Pinson had none of that. If Arlington does not go on to win this game, that's one that they're gonna really think about. That was their opportunity to go up 2-0 and up a man to really make a difference.
Yeah, well, the chances are lining up now for Arlington. Ball is played there all the way at the far post, cleared away by Nasir. Here is Michael Lake. Sort of a loose pass there for Karim Gabi. Player number 13 is being introduced. Not too sure his name is on the roster. Carlo Diego is making his way out. Running number 77, that is Josh Foyt going in. And running number 6, that is Ali Zakaria, has been taken off as well. As expected, lots of possession for Arlington in this first half. Haven't been able to create too many chances though. This man number 23, newly introduced on the pitch. Walter has to find a way to clear the ball. Oh, he's given the ball to Arlington. It's a very dangerous position. Berryville. Luckily for North Stars, they've managed to force Arlington back. Oh, is that a foul? Yes, it is a foul, but the referee, not too sure what he was calling there. North Stars would have begged to have the advantage. Play. Now, what was that call?
You know, he caught a push off on Arlington. Both players were kind of going at it. Initially, it looked like the call was going to be against the North Stars. So I agree. I think they would have liked the possession, but I think they're very happy not to have given up a free kick in their end.
Oh, definitely.
Both players had arms extended, kind of hitting each other in the chest, and the referee went with the call on the offense.
Pacheco winning the foul.
Once again, we have everybody from the North Stars, for the exception of the keeper, in the offensive half. They are pushing and going for it.
Oh, Arlington have to be careful. One mistake could be dangerous. Karim Gabi looking for Ryan Machado, who is unable to control the ball. Yeah, he's frustrated at himself that he really couldn't control.
That was a ball last week that Hyper connected on time and time again, had players waiting in those outside channels, and then created incredible damage once they were able to collect the ball and drive it inside.
TC Hyper, it was the first UPSL game, and boy did it go well for them.
Yeah, their first Premier League game after winning the first division of the UPSL South Division last year. Definitely look like a strong team that's going to contend, and I think they're going to contend strongly in this very first season.
They did have about 4 players in the Player of the Week team. Karim Gabi does just enough to nick it away from the opposition. They do feel that they're in control of this game, Arlington, and with the sort of way this second half has gone, with North Stars not been able to produce any shots at all, you might want to agree with them. This is Ryan Mercado, unable to get his pass through. Oh, that's a good ball, but Chris Dunn is not equal to it. And man in number 5, Nick Barahona, goes all the way back to Mert.
I would tell you, these are games that scare coaches. When you have all the possession and you have the lead, but you can't seem to convert one and really establish that dominant lead, you know, one mistake and all of a sudden the game's tied and all the momentum switches, and then you'd have to believe the North Stars would really pack it in and be happy to go home with a 1-1 tie.
Arlington suddenly guilty of that. Apparently it was the same passage against Virginia Revolution as well, where they had the lion's share of possession, unable to make much of it. They did score a goal, but in response they did concede 2 as well.
And last week they were the victims of a penalty kick. This week they're their beneficiaries.
Well, they have a corner here. Karim Garbi will stand over it. They're sending a lot of bodies in the box for this one. And then North Stars will have every player in their own box as well. The farthest is Chris Dunn. Ball is whipped in, headed away, only as far as man in number 23 takes the shot. Almost took a deflection on the way, which would have been bad for Pinson, but he didn't know he was heading out. Stars have done well to stay in the game despite going down a man in the first half of the series. But they haven't showed they have any sort of intention of coming back into the game at all, based on how we have seen the passage of play in the second half. There is Michael Lake. He's seen plenty of the ball. Probably the one dictating the pace of the game at the moment as well, with Alexandra Abril. The North Stars are looking for answers, and this time around they will ask questions from the bench, as man in number 7, Michael Kebede, will make his way in. Did play for North Stars in the VSSL last season.
About 25 minutes still to play. Really still is anybody's game, but with the way we're going, like you said, Arlington's so strong in possession at the moment. Kind of waiting for that one breakthrough goal, but really feel like it could go either way at the moment. Arlington is pushing, but leaving themselves exposed when they do so.
They do leave themselves exposed, but there's a lot of trust in Michael Lake at the back, who has intercepted some really vital passes. Alexandra Abril. Arlington, a couple of years ago, well, not a couple of years ago, but season before last, were champions of this division. Oh, that's a good pass. And the shot is taken, and it is a good save by Jack Pinson.
Let's take another look at that save by Pinson. He has really come up big. Noah had made the comment at halftime that he really believed one of the goalies was gonna have to make several excellent saves. Figured it would probably be Pinson being down a man against a strong Arlington team. but he also thought that Mert would have to make one excellent save, and that may still be coming, but we have not seen it yet. Mert does not have a save recorded for the second half.
Mert has been much of a spectator for the second half, as really we haven't seen any sort of touch in the box at all from the North Stars side. Well, can't blame them too much. The moment they're a man down, would say they've even done well to an extent of making sure that they haven't gone 2-0 down. He's trying to force his way in. Oh! Malik Tom, who played for North Stars in the midweek, almost scored against North Stars in the weekend. Malik Tom had a lot of chances against the Estudiantes for North Stars, unable to convert any of them. Oh, that's a terrible header. Kebede, he's got a couple of players. Now this is Walter. And once again, Michael Lake comes in. Michael Lake gets away from Walter. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Jack Pinton, no, that's not the best clearance. It is here for Daniel. Well, it is Ryan who scores. North Stars guilty of giving the ball away in the middle. And he was snapped on by Arlington real quick.
Let's take a look at that replay. Pinson, who's just had such a strong game, you could see that was his pass that was intercepted. Touch forward, touch in. North Stars did defend it well, but just not in time.
Pinson will feel responsible for that, giving the ball away. Wasn't the best of clearances, but he wasn't the best of passes as well from the defender. And now they will feel that this game is drifting away from them. A couple of players really that Arlington could look to from the bench. There's Mike Kim, there's Ike Addy. Okay. So player number 2 has been introduced. That is Giuseppe Melli, another player that was very, very good for Arlington last season as well. And then player in number 13 has been withdrawn.
We mentioned that Arlington did win the UPSL DMV South Division and went all the way to the National Final 8 2 seasons ago. Last season really struggled, put it together at the end, securing a playoff spot in the last week of the season, and then bowing out in a tough game in the semifinals to the Dream. So after a tough 1-0 loss to open the season, they're trying to get back on track. You have to believe they're feeling a little bit better about that right now, being 2-0. 2-0 versus 1-0 is such a big difference with just 20 minutes to play.
Michael Lake goes back to the centre back. There's one being made by man in number 23, Daniel. Well, that's a good pass. It could be 3 here, and it is a stunning save this time from Mert. Ball still not out of harm's way yet.
Correction, that is Jack Pinson down there for the North Stars making the save.
Oh, I said Mert. Oh.
Mert would love to take credit for it, but he's 80 yards away wearing his red hat and still without a save in this half. So we've given him one. But North Stars yet to record a shot on goal in the second half.
Arlington have settled well in this second half. They've not encouraged any sort of attacking momentum at all from North Stars. Malik Tom nicked off the ball, but the referee calls it back for a foul. North Stars really will probably try to make the scoreline respectable, not try to concede more. But it is hard to see a way for them back into this game. It really is, with being a man down and being 2-0 down at the moment. There's just not much inspiration to go off of. Arlington are being very dominant at the moment. Giuseppe Melli looking for the return pass. The ball does go out before the player could nick it, and it is a corner for Arlington.
Corner kick comes in near post. Oh, hits him with another save. We have a deflection on the rebound, back to a corner kick.
There's another corner here that will be taken.
Once again, though, Pitson was able to get his hand on it. Only having to make 2 saves in the first half, has been ultra busy. Unfortunately, has one giveaway this half that he would certainly like back, but boy, he has kept his team in this game.
Oh, that's a good corner. Another corner again. Substitution. Ikeyadi will be making his way. Played for Estudiantes against North Stars midweek. In fact, did score against them and was also named man of the match in that game. Will make way for Karim Garbi, who has been outstanding in this game. Corner taken. Oh! He did get his head on it, but apparently it was a foul. Referee signals.
Yeah, the argument there is going to be that he went up on top of the defender. Didn't seem to be any contesting from the Arlington side or from him. He did a nice job to go up, but Berryville North Stars defender had position.
Ikeyadi wins the challenge. Oh, he's lost the ball again. Giuseppe Melli plays it for Malik Tom. They've gone back. Ebenezer Shuego had to clear it away. North Stars have a habit of not clearing the ball the first bounce. That's taken a toll on them.
That was some excellent pressure from Arlington in the defensive third. They really went after aggressively. It did result in winning the ball back. It's not something they've done all game, but they've used it at the right times and used it effectively.
This is Abril. Now Daniel Haptom. Cleared away. All the way back to Ikeyadi. Most of the game now being played in this North Stars half. North Stars really haven't had the chance to get out of their own half with all the possession that Arlington have had. They have done well to make sure the scoreline hasn't been embarrassing for them, but still 2-0. Still Arlington getting all the 3 points from this game.
I think if you had told them that at the 75th minute mark they would only be down 2-0, I don't think they would have thought that was so bad. But not only losing a player and being down a man, but losing a player of the series stature really has hurt and really changed the entire complex of this game.
North Stars really yet to get their season going. First it was a 7-0 defeat against DC Hyper, a 2-2 draw against Estudiantes in a game where it did feel like they should have won with all the chances they had. And now they're losing 2-0 against Arlington. Still looking for that first win of the season. Daniel Rashid not the happiest man, as well as Emerson. Both of them not animated at the moment either. Probably would like the game to be called off now. It's a good ball by Ryan. Ball had gone out already.
Folks, those of you that are fans of both of these squads, we will continue to have the North Stars games on broadcast all throughout the season, so please look for those. We'll be happy to join you and be excited for both VSSL and UPSL action. And Arlington, we will have their home broadcast next week, so please join us for that. They're excited to have the home broadcast. Hoping to go into that game 1-1 and take a 2-1 season record, but still time to be played here.
Number 25 has been introduced. So that is Michael Kim. Michael Kim, by the way, is a former North Stars player, but he certainly does have their number. Was the sole reason that North Stars failed to make playoffs in the VSSL last season. Josh Foyt, good work to win a throw.
We have an overrule there by the center official saying that he's solid in favor of the North Stars. One of their first forays into Arlington territory in this half. Oh, and it was not a throw-in, he called the foul. So a great opportunity for them just 30 yards away.
A very rare sight to goal for North Stars. Ball is whipped in, headed away. Oh no, Arlington have snatched it. Here comes Giuseppe Melli, twisting and turning away. Trying to play the ball back, but Josh Foyt has it. Now Pacheco. North Stars certainly have the numbers for this. It's a good pass as well from Kebede. They've got a man in the middle, a man on the side, and he's offside. Chris Dunn will not agree with the linesman, but perhaps slightly ahead of play there.
We can take a look at that for you, folks. Just see it there at the end. Just a step over. Back to live action for you folks. Arlington breaking.
There is Michael Kim. Oh, that's a good touch. It could be chance here for 3-0. It is a goal kick and good defending from North Stars.
That's fine.
Piers Atubiri. Piers Atubiri has been introduced. Not too sure about. Mertz in line to register his first clean sheet for Arlington.
North Stars still trying to record that first shot on goal in the second half.
Oh, that's not a foul at all. It could be here for North Stars. Ball is played in, and he's missed. Oh dear, how did North Stars not score from that? It's a glorious chance. Very, very rare. On a day where chances are very rare to come by, that was a golden opportunity. And boy, oh boy, did they make a mess of it.
Taking a look at the replay here, you see ball contested, won by North Stars, and Mert just gets fingers on that and is able to deflect it, which pops it up, which kept them from getting a nice solid touch on it.
It's not every day you get to see Michael Lake being beaten, but he was certainly left for dust there by Chris Dunn, who took full advantage of the situation, played the ball across goal, and North Stars just unable to apply the final touch to finish it and get back into the game. Approaching the last 7 minutes of normal time. Will be additional time, of course.
I wouldn't expect much more than a minute or two. We had 4 last half, and that was with the big scuffle and the red card.
Malik Tom up against Ebenezer, trying to get the ball in the box. It's only a corner for Arlington.
I think that was an excellent piece of defending. There was a player for Arlington making a wide open run back post. If that ball gets through, he's going to have an opportunity with plenty of time and no contestants around him to keep him from getting a shot on goal.
Arlington have a chance here to put the game beyond reach. Oh! There's player number 19 arriving to meet it. Unable to direct it towards goal though. North Stars really have been guilty. We're at fault for both of the goals. Did give away a penalty, and then it was a very cheap giveaway by Pinson. Oh dear, it might be 2-1 here for North Stars. Oh, what a save by Mert. All this second half, he hasn't been called upon. And when the question came, he was ready to answer, and boy did he provide a big answer. Mert Sayili really looking forward to that first clean sheet for Arlington. Could have been 2-1, perhaps could have been even be 2-2. But Arlington have made sure that it stays 2-0. Now Giuseppe Melli trying to turn in. Ball is whipped in again, easy really. What a save there by Mert.
Unfortunately, I think it was his giveaway that led to it, but he certainly cleaned it up nicely.
Yeah, he did. Jack did give away the ball and could not make the save, but Mert Sayili made a terrible error of judgment and spared his own blushes at the end. But that might just have put the game back within reach for North Stars.
A 1-goal deficit with 4+ minutes to go would have certainly made it interesting. And the North Stars have had some opportunities here in the last few minutes that they did not have for the first 40 minutes of the second half.
You could argue that Mert has been so much of a spectator that he actually forgot that he was playing in. He's giving away the ball.
Goalies will tell you that that is just such a difficult part of their position, that they can go for so long. Today being kind of a nice day, they're telling you on a cold day, they just get cold and miserable back there, and then all of a sudden expected to do something dynamic on literally a moment's notice. Not the best pass that he would have liked, but boy, came up big with the save.
Well, Malik Tom rising, but it was Jack Pinson who rose higher. And with the use of his hand as well, certainly gave him an advantage. North Stars have done well to work this out. Pacheco, look at the amount of space here for Kiveni. Oh, he skipped away. There's a player in the box as well for North Stars. Oh dear. But he was Arlington were pressing. It didn't work for them. They just left themselves exposed, and as soon as that pass was made, it was widely open out.
Boy, just a little bit over his head. He wasn't wide open, but he certainly had some space. And if he's able to make contact with that with his head, I believe he could have done some damage.
So Malik Tom has been withdrawn, and Mathi Sadiq
I think so.
has been introduced. It is a throw here. North Stars certainly asking questions in the last minute of this game.
As has been the case over the last few weeks, except for the DC Hyper game, every game we've had seems to go down to the last couple minutes, and some late goals and some late action has really sparked things. So let's see whether the North Stars can do that. They certainly would have liked to have been able to ask the question, could they score one more goal with 5 minutes to go?
That's a good flick on. Still not out of harm's way yet. Oh, still looking. Is he offside? Yes, he is offside. Well, North Stars will be proud of the response here. This match really will not define their season. Arlington will always be one of the teams that contends for the title, but they're going to have the chance with other teams like Blazers, Villarreal, Alexandria United, and Grove United. Michael Keem trying to go the way here. This is Matir for three, and it's a side netting. What a golden touch that would have been. It was his first real involvement since his introduction.
The referee did indicate we will have a minimum of 2 minutes of extra time here. We have a player injured.
Michael Norton has been introduced for the last minutes of this game. Ball whipped in again. Jack Pinson claims.
Much more secure on that touch there. Made sure he had it and had it solid.
You can feel his nerves. Still was not the Giuseppe Melli.
Luch Lake with another nice touch there. Flag down.
Giuseppe Melli looking to make it 3 here. Giuseppe Melli! Oh, what a goal! It is the cherry on top of the icing of the cake for Arlington. Giuseppe Melli, since coming on, has been very animated, has played very well, and he does close this game with a beautiful goal beyond the reach of Jack Pinson, and that will mark the end of what has been a very good day for Arlington.
And here you see the replay, just a beautiful outside of the foot touch into the far side panel. Well, folks, we want to thank you for joining us today. Again, we encourage you to follow us on DMV Sports Media for both of these squads throughout the season. North Stars is a team that's certainly improving. Where do you see them going for the remainder of the VSSL season, where they're 0-1 with a tie and 0-2 in the UPSL season?
Well, I think this game really doesn't define their season. They've played against two really good teams. They're going to have their chance against Alexandria United, Villarreal, Blazers, and other teams. So those are the games that they cannot afford to lose if they want to make it to playoffs. But the battle was there after they got the red card. They still fought till the very end, and they're still pressing, and they just conceded a goal in the last minute as well to make it 3-0, which maybe should not have happened. But yeah, it doesn't. This loss does not write them off. They still have a chance for qualification.
Yeah, I think so, and I think they're going to be a force in the VSSL. But week by week, certainly are getting better and getting stronger.
Yeah, certainly for North Stars.
Well, folks, this is Matthew Thomas and
Alfred.
he wasn't sure of his name there, folks. We had to take a second.
No, I was.
I threw him off.
No, you threw me off with. I thought he was Matthew Guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Matthew and Alfred with you today, and we just want to thank you again for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the game. Feel free to watch it back and enjoy your favorite players. Alfred, you have a man of the match for us as we head out tonight?
Oh, there's a lot, but I think Michael Lake, based on how he controlled the game from the back, and it was a good thing to watch.
Yeah, Michael Luch Lake was the pick that I had. Not often see an outside defender make such an impact on a game, but he is a phenomenally skilled player and just so aggressive and assertive from the back. And that's Luch there waving to the crowd, thanking them for his appreciation for them. So folks, you have a fantastic afternoon, and we hope to see you next week.